Hello everyone, this is Ramzan Ali Super from Super English Grammar YouTube channel. I extend a warm and hearty welcome to all of you to this channel. Guys, today in this video I am going to be talking about the rules of complete active voice tense. But before that, let us first understand what active voice and passive voice tenses are in English so that you can understand the rules of English tenses easily. Guys, an active voice tense is a type of tense in which the subject of the sentence performs the action. For example, John eats corn. This is an example of active voice tense because the subject of the sentence John is performing the action of eating. On the other hand, passive voice is a type of tense in which the subject of the sentence does not perform the action but rather the subject receives the action. For example, corn is eaten by John. This is an example of passive voice tense because the subject of the sentence corn is being eaten by John. Corn cannot eat anything. This corn can be eaten by John, right? So this is an example of passive voice tense. Now let us look at the rules of complete active voice tense one by one. I have divided the rules of active voice tense into three categories. Number one, rules related to subject. Number two, rules related to helping verb. And number three, rules related to main verb. Let us discuss these three types of rules one by one. But before that, you have to know about person and number of subject. Person of subject means the speaker, the listener, and anybody else. A subject can be first person, for example, I, we. A subject can be second person, for example, you. And a subject can be third person, for example, he, she, it, they, etc. And number of subject means whether the subject is plural or singular in number. For example, a subject can be singular, for example, he. A subject can be plural, for example, they, we, etc. Now let us discuss the rules that are related to subject. Rule number one. If there is a third person singular subject in a sentence, we will use a singular verb. For example, he eats a mango. He is a third person singular subject. That is why we are using a singular verb, eats, right? Rule number two. If there is a first person singular subject, for example, I, or a first person plural subject, for example, we, or a third person plural subject in a sentence, we will use a plural verb. For example, I eat a mango, we eat a mango, and they eat a mango. The first example, I eat a mango, I is a first person singular subject. Second example, we eat a mango, we is a first person plural subject. And third example, they eat a mango, they is a third person plural subject. That is why in this case we are using a plural verb. Now look at the rules related to helping verbs. Actually, active voice tense has three types of tenses: present, past, and future. These three types have further four categories: indefinite, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. So there will be totally 12 aspects of active voice tense: present indefinite, present continuous, present perfect continuous, past indefinite, past continuous, past perfect, and past perfect continuous, future indefinite, future continuous, future perfect, and future perfect continuous. These are the 12 aspects of active voice tense, and the helping verbs that are used in these 12 aspects of active voice tense are different from one another. The helping verbs that are used in present indefinite are do and does. The helping verbs in present continuous is am, are. The helping verbs in present perfect has, have. The helping verbs in present perfect continuous has been and have been. The helping verbs in past indefinite did. The helping verbs in past continuous was, were. The helping verbs in past perfect had. The helping verbs in past perfect continuous had been. The helping verbs in future indefinite will, shall. The helping verbs in future continuous will be, shall be. The helping verbs in future perfect will have, shall have. And the helping verbs in future perfect continuous tense are will have been, shall have been. And there are three types of helping verbs. Number one, the helping verbs that are used with only singular subjects. For example, does, is, am, has been. Number two, helping verbs that are used with only plural subjects. For example, do, are, have, and have been. Number three, the helping verbs that are used with both singular and plural subjects, and they are did, had been, and all the helping verbs of future tense. And now look at the rules that are related to main verbs. In present indefinite positive sentence, if there is a singular subject, we will use a singular verb with s inflection. For example, he eats a mango. Here, he is a singular subject, that is why we are using a singular verb with s, its, right? In past indefinite positive sentence, we will use a second form of verb. For example, he went to the market. Went is a second form of go. In all the continuous and perfect continuous tenses, we will use the main verb with ing. For example, I am going, I was going, I will be going, I have been going, I had been going, and I will have been going. So these are the continuous and perfect continuous tenses. That is why we are using the main verb with ing form. And in all the perfect tenses of active voice, we will be using the third form of verb. For example, I have gone, I had gone, and I will have gone. These are the perfect tense examples. That is why we are using the third form of go, that is gone. Guys, these are the rules of active voice tense. You just don't worry by just looking at so many rules of active voice tense. I will prepare a dedicated lecture on the examples of active voice tense. You can memorize all the rules, all the tenses easily. Thank you so much. See you soon in the next video.